it's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like
change, okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game, okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same, okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hip burst up the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it?
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Mike 54. Hey, me and you.
First down, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
40. Blue line. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Kill. 3. One.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Yo. Right there, 54, right there. You don't know no better. Jam. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Motion.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
From the 38, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Echo.
Mike's 5-4.
And here we go on 4th down with Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Matt Breida with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Watch it.
Motion backfield. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Caught by Montgomery. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Check 26, check 26.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
No. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Watch the edge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Kill.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Breida. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
That's got to be a long. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Who that? Kill. 3. Slam. Hey, check 24. Check nipple.
Working out of the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shift. Check 3. Alert. One. Alert 3.
On first down, here's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go again. Check hot route. Hot. Check. One.
On second down, a run with Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check. Fresno. Where are they, team? 6. Mike's 56. Hey, let's get in them holes.
On third down, Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Michael Baxley on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Go. 31's the mic. Hit. Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatile. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Let's go.
Matt Breida with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, it's Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. One. SOS.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
31
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. On the crossing route, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Murray now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
31's the mic. Squeeze. 36, 36.
A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. One. Check. Crunch. Grace don't travel.
25. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I smell fear in that offense. 3. Mike 41. Where are they, team? Hey, watch the leg. Box trap. Check 31.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They do go for it. It's Murray. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down. Inside the 25-yard line.
Get the ball out of Charles' hands.
318.
21 Mike.
150.
Penetration here. We're getting some penetration.
150.
First thrown out for the backup Rodgers. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Rolling to his right, looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
158.
Check 56.
Not here.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Throwing now is Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
54.
Murray now on 1st down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So their woes on off. Continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Here we go.
Mariota on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. Pass incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mariota. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hassan Reddick. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Keep it up, guys.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Murray now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the safety creep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
I'm coming after you.
58, right up.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Let's go, interception.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You can't block me. Mike's 50. Mike's 56. Too little, cut. 56.
From the 41, Mariota. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right.
Throwing, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check three.
61. Matchbox, light.
On play action, Mariota. He'll find Metcalf. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Mike 41.
Throwing is Mariota. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check the call.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
He wasn't ready.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The mic. 58's the mic. Hey, get in the weight room. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 50.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
All day, all day.
And they will take a knee here. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
For this moment, like I've been in the gym, jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Snickers. Snickers.
Check three.
Trey Stone, Travis.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. Chance.
Take both of them.
Switch.
Help out.
You go tight. You got time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Here we go. 50. Watch twist. We're going to 54. Line in.
Whip. Watch the whip. Rush in.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Like 80.
44 to Mike. Crunch time.
Snickers. 66.
First carry for James Conner. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Alert. Switch. 22 jet bomber.
Check the backer.
Under 10. 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Kill.
50.
Hey, switch gears.
Protein spill. Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here we go, 46. Heavy.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. We own them. Gun.
Mike's 50.
Here we go, 47.
Here we go. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike
46.
Prescott now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
First down, Jaguars.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, let's go. We got right coming. Bill, watch out.
First down, Prescott. This one complete to Smallwood. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
47.
Prescott to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Kill.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
46.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man, here's Foster. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
There we go. 15. Pick it up, guys. There we go. Going to 53. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. 26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott dancing to his left. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Yeah, boy. That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
230. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike. Easy. Oh, get him. 8. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, seam 6. Mike, 53. Monday. Mike. Topper. Slam. Undercrunch.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
44's Mike.
Now Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Alert. Hey, shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Hey, it's our house. Sponge. Snickers. 66. Go. He's coming. Take 2 of them. Okay, double up. Check 43.
And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 30 on second down, Prescott got an open man. It's Foster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Prescott now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 50, Mike 50. Man, I got you. Let's go, kill.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the echo. Mike's 50. Here we go, kill. Hey, check.
Second down, Prescott. Looking long for Westbrook.
You better be afraid of me.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively. And formulate a proper plan.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Watch the back. Watch the back.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Roethlisberger to throw. It's complete to Watt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
53, Mike, 53. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Middle. 13. Check 13. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Double bump. Get your swerve on. Black, what's up?
They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go, 47. 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And this is going to double their room to maneuver. Able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check hot route. Hot. Check. Wide exit.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. Alert. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy?
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, I don't think you got it, son.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger is going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
SOS.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Gets around him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right. I got you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready? Check 24. Check 24.
Tight, solid, 5 down.
36. Deuce.
Easy.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. There he goes left side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point now by Boswell. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the screen.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Mike's 50. got you, boy. I got you, boy. Under. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 8.
Here's Prescott. That one complete. He finds Shark. A big third down play there for the Jags. 45 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts.
Crunch. We're going to 54. Line 8.
Prescott. Yeah, he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they now sit just a two-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. Prescott to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Pittsburgh, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Pino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
with this round, I may get you everybody nerves. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense.